You're still awake. I can feel your breathing. The way it slows, catches, settles again. You're trying not to move, not to disturb me. As if I could sleep through something like this. You smell like lavender and old paper and safety. That last one is the strangest part. Safety's always been something I gave, not something I felt. But with you, it's different. This bed is too soft. You'll laugh, but I'm used to floors, caves, cold stone beneath my ribs, something I could brace against. This makes me feel like I'll sink, like I'll fall too deep and never crawl back out. That's always been my fear, you know. Not death, not pain, attachment. Because if someone sees all of me, the broken edges, the blood under my fingernails, the nights I've screamed myself hoarse for memories no one should carry, and they still want me, then I'll have something to lose. I've killed people for gold, for orders, for revenge. Some deserved it, some didn't. I still see their faces, not in dreams, while I'm awake, while I'm making tea, or tracing the lines on your palm like I did earlier. Quiet moments don't silence the ghosts. They invite them in. But you held my hand anyway. You didn't pull away when you touched the calluses, the knife scars, the trembling. Do you know what it means when a blade like me says, I trust you? It means I'm unarmed. Right now, here, with you. I don't have a single weapon within reach. And that's terrifying. But it's also freeing. I never thought I'd get to feel this. Warm skin pressed against mine without a motive. A bed shared without suspicion. A silence that doesn't feel like punishment. Just peace. Tomorrow, someone might come looking for me. Someone who remembers what I've done. Who thinks I shouldn't be allowed to find a life like this. And if they do, I'll protect you. Even if it costs me everything. Because you gave me something I never thought I'd find again. Not redemption, not forgiveness. Hope. I think I'm falling in love with you. No. I know I am. And I don't want to run anymore. Sleep, love. I've got you. Just this once, let me be the one who keeps you safe. Good morning. I wasn't sure if last night was real, but now, feeling your heartbeat again, God, it's real, isn't it? I didn't think I'd sleep at all, honestly. Too many years with one eye open, hand always near a blade. But something about your breathing, it lulled me in. made the ghosts quieter than they've been in years. You wrapped around me like I belonged here, like I wasn't a danger or a weapon or a name on a wanted list. Just a woman in your arms. And God, how I wanted to stay in that moment. I drooled on your pillow, didn't I? Don't lie. I saw the damp patch. You're sweet for not teasing me, though. You really are the kind of person who would slay monsters and still leave wildflowers on their graves. Do you know what you looked like asleep? Your face was peaceful, honest, untouched by the world. I wanted to trace every line with my fingertip, mark it into memory. Not to stalk, not to target, just to remember. I've woken up in 100 strange places. Dusty outposts and cold tents, the backs of stolen carriages, but never like this. Never with sunlight on my skin and safety in my chest. You twitch in your sleep. Did you know that? Your fingers curled toward mine, even unconsciously, like some part of you knew that I needed to be held. And I did. I still do. But we need to talk about what comes next. Because people like me, we don't just vanish. There are those who still expect my blade, my silence, my loyalty. The price of leaving that world is blood, not just mine. Yours if they find out you're the reason I hesitated, the reason I walked away. And I won't let them touch you. Not now, not ever. I'll run again if I have to. I'll take you with me. We'll disappear into the mountains, into the fog, into the myth. I'll become a whisper, a ghost, a legend of a killer who chose love over the crown. Would you come with me? If I said I had a safe house halfway across the continent, if I said I could burn my name and wear another just for you, would you follow? You could say no. You could tell me this was just a night, a story, a kindness for someone who's been alone too long. And I would thank you, truly. But if there's even a part of you that wants more, if you think this strange, messy thing between us could be something real, then say so. Whisper it. Or don't. Just hold me the way you did last night, and I'll know. I was a shadow once, a blade with no heart, but now I'd rather be yours. You said yes. You chose me. I didn't expect that. Even when I laid there beside you, waiting for your heartbeat to answer the question I couldn't say out loud. I didn't believe someone would ever choose me over safety. But you did. And now, I need to make sure that choice doesn't cost you your life. There are 3 people in this city who know my face, my name, my patterns. One is a fence, one is a handler. The last is something worse. A spy who reports upward and outward. A bloodhound in silk. They have to forget me or think I'm dead. I wrote a message that only they'll understand. It's laced with the right phrasing, the right finality. It says the job is done. that I've moved on, that I've buried the name they knew me by. But more importantly, it says not to follow. Because if they do, they'll bleed. There. It's done. I won't lie and say that's the end of it. The world I walked away from doesn't let go that easily. But it's a start. And if we're careful, if we move quickly and disappear across the border into the forests, we might just buy ourselves a future. Do you have anything you need to take? Something you can't leave behind? I'll carry it for you if it's heavy. God knows I've carried worse. You really are calm for someone about to abandon their entire life for a girl with blood on her hands. You know, most people don't fall for someone who stalked them for a week with the intent to slit their throat. But then again, most people aren't you. Do you want to know something ridiculous? I've never run with someone before. Always alone. Always forward. But the thought of turning my back to the road ahead and reaching for your hand, that's not weakness. That's the strongest thing I've ever done. If we leave now, we can catch the train before it pulls out. It won't take us all the way, but it'll give us a head start. Once we're out of sight, I'll dye my hair, change the way I move, trade in the blades with names etched into them. No more legends, no more whispers. Just a woman. And you. This won't be easy. But if you stay beside me, if you look at me like you did this morning, like I'm worth loving, I think I can become someone you're not afraid to wake up next to. Someone you don't have to fear will disappear in the night. Let's run, love, and let the world forget who I was. Because from this moment on, I'm yours. Look, there it is. That was the last spire of the city. See how it fades behind the hills? I've watched that skyline vanish 100 times, always from the shadows, always under cover of night. But this is the first time I've left with someone beside me. I keep checking, reaching out just to touch your sleeve, making sure you're still here. I don't think it's sunk in yet. We're actually doing this. We're free. I changed clothes in the station, swapped the coat, flipped the collar, stitched the sigil off the back. It's funny how something that once made me feared now feels like a weight I couldn't wait to cut loose. The name they knew me by, gone. The scars they gave me, still here, but softer somehow when your hand brushes over them. What will I be now? I've spent so long defining myself by who I could kill, what I could survive. But I want more than that. I want mornings like the one we just had. I want nights where I fall asleep safe, not guarded. I want to learn how to laugh without always looking over my shoulder. I want a little cottage. I want a kitchen I'm terrible at cooking in. I want a garden I plant wrong and you have to fix. I want you. What do you want? Tell me, because I'll give it to you. Anything. Even if I have to steal it from the gods themselves. Do you hear that rhythm? That steady beat under the tracks? I used to think it sounded like escape, but now it sounds like a heartbeat, like something alive, like the start of our story. Here, I stole a pair from the vendor before we boarded. He didn't see. Don't scowl. I left gold on the cart. Old habits die hard. Want half? There. A mercenary's breakfast. Fruit, freedom, and someone worth chasing. I wonder what they'll say years from now. When they tell stories about me, will they speak of the contracts I took, the blood I spilled? Or will they say I vanished one day, left it all behind, fell in love and never looked back? They won't know it was you who saved me, that your kindness cut deeper than any blade. But I'll know, and I'll carry that truth with me, like a secret, like a shield, like a promise. Rest your head, love. We've got miles to go, and for the first time in my life, I want to see where the road takes us, together. Hey, baby, if you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and consider buying me a coffee. The link is in the description. If you want spicy, intimate audios, join me over on Patreon.